I listen to your show every single day.
Breakfast Club?
God damn it, the Breakfast Club.
Put that ass up on the Breakfast Club.
Made it! You can't say Breakfast Club without the Breakfast Club.
You're like this rare air.
You got platforms and partners all over the place because your demand is so high. People want to be in business with the Breakfast Club. I don't think white people know how popular you guys are.
DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the God.
Yeah, you guys really are like the hip-hop early morning and late night talk show.
Yeah, I know what y'all talking about.
Hey.
Good morning, USA!
Yo, 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 yo.
Jess Hilarious.
Good morning.
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. It's Friday. Good morning.
Yes, it's Friday.
We are here. Another day to serve. I feel blessed, black, and highly favored. Your microphone sounds terrible. Where the hell they got you broadcasting from, man?
Man, it sound that bad?
It's better now. Whatever you did just now sound better. Bro.
Oh my God, he is. They're gonna say he on house arrest again. He's in the house.
No. I'm actually at Hampton University, my HBCU, which is pretty dope because this is the first radio station that I started with, WHOV, which is a college station. So
yeah, they still got the first sign ever behind you.
They still got
that old ass sign. Smooth 88.1.
That's right. Still got the first sign. So I was down here at Hampton. They had their 42nd annual conference on the Black family. So me and my wife was talking to the students about our family, our 6 kids, and how we met, and us dating through college and all that stuff. So we had an opportunity to talk to the students yesterday. So I'm here at Hampton University.
Did y'all do a book signing? Did y'all bring copies of Real Life, Real Love?
No, we did not bring copies of Real Life, Real Love, but we are coming back because our new book comes out at the end of the year, Real Life, Real Family, where we talk about our family and raising kids at different ages and different times of our lives. So we will be back to do that shortly.
Okay.
We should be called the Breakfast Book Club. That's what we should be called.
Right. We are big on literacy up here. You talking like your book ain't on, like you.
I only got one. I'm like 8 behind.
That's all you need. That's all you need. Okay? That's all you need. Listen, drop one of the clues bomb for Kendrick Lamar, damn it. Okay?
We're going to play.
Because y'all been playing with Kendrick Lamar way too much. I don't like how y'all been playing with Kendrick Lamar's name. All right? A brother go get some therapy, get some healing. Drop what I've been telling y'all is one of the top 2 most important hip-hop albums of all time, which is Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. I think in the future y'all going to realize that and 444 are 2 of the most important hip-hop albums of all time, if not the 2 most important. Man try to go get some therapy, and y'all want to just be out here acting like he, don't got it no more. So he had to let y'all know.
Wait, we're going to play the record. Before, let's do some station business. Jasmine Guy will be joining us this morning.
Yes,
we will kick it with Jasmine Guy.
Always a pleasure when the Queen Jasmine Guy pulls up. She has a new TV1 Uncensored that comes out this Sunday at 10 p.m. on TV1.
That's right. And also Uncle Luke and the producers of the Freaknik documentary will be joining us this morning as well.
Jay Allen and Nikki Byles. The Freaknik documentary is streaming right now on Hulu. So
That's right.
It's going to be a fantastic Friday. 2 people that absolutely positively shaped my childhood. I was born in 1978. So a different world definitely shaped my childhood. And Uncle Luke absolutely positively shaped my childhood.
Scrub the ground. I know
come on, man.
Your legs be getting on the floor and all that.
Beast way before Megan Thee Stallion. Way before them.
Oh, you was scrubbing the ground?
Please. Without question. You crazy? Okay? When he said put your hands up high, your back down low, now hydraulic to the flow.
That's why your father stay mad at you. Like,
just stay mad.
It's time for this.
That was back in the day when people weren't afraid to dance.
Okay.
Yeah, we danced, but we never danced like that, though.
You got your
right,
damn
I'm like, I know Envy, you ain't never scrubbed no damn ground.
Well,
I never scrubbed no ground.
He's from New York, and you don't know how to follow directions. Uncle Luke was giving you directions, so you don't know how to follow directions. You scrub the ground. To the left. Nope. To the left. That wasn't Luke, though. That was the 69 boy. That was Tootsie Roll. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I knew you was
and you better play
all
all that this morning. I want to hear all that this morning.
All right. Well, let's get the show cracking. Now, let's jump into the record you were talking about. Metro Boomin.
Fantastic record from Metro Boomin, featuring Future. I think it's called Like That.
Hey.
Right? That's what it's called, right?
It's called Like That, yeah.
It's called Like That. Kendrick Lamar, taking shots. Headshots, direct headshots at Drake and J. Cole. I love it. I love it. Drop one of clues bomb for Kendrick. The God,
Desmond
the
Figaro
GOAT.
is up next.
The one.
Goodness gracious. All right.
Jesus.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Nah, you
Salute
right.
to the God, Kendrick Lamar.
Now you right.
Man goes and does some healing, drops the most important hip-hop album of all time, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, and y'all got sporty and started playing with his name and forgot who the GOAT is. Kendrick Lamar, damn it.
Jesus. Nobody was playing with his name.
Yeah, they've been playing with Kendrick's name. They've been playing with Kendrick's name a little bit. I don't like
Nobody was playing with his name.
Kendrick said, I'm tired of healing. I'm going to start traumatizing y'all back. Let's go, K-Dot.
Hurt people, hurt people.
That's right. I'm tired of playing with y'all.
Well, maybe he should go back. If he's tired of healing and wants to hurt people back, maybe he should go back. Maybe he needs to change his therapy.
Well, listen. Healing is not linear. Okay? All right? Nobody ever said healing was linear. Right? That's why some of us are in therapy every week. Okay?
All right. Well, let's get in some front page news. Morning, Tez.
Good morning, DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the God. Happy Friday.
Thank
Yes,
you.
indeed.
Good morning.
I would know where we were jumping into, but our producers didn't send me what you were about to talk about, so I'm just going to say, Tez, what are we talking about this morning?
Yeah, y'all love throwing folks under the bus. Well, good morning. 100 migrants attempted to enter the U.S. illegally by rushing the border wall yesterday. I don't know if you guys saw this on the news, but they were pushing down the razor wire, knocking over guards in the process. Take a listen.
On the Texas-Mexico border tonight, Border Patrol officers arresting hundreds of migrants after they broke through a razor wire fence in El Paso. According to Customs and Border Protection, a large group breached the barricades between the Rio Grande and a section of border wall earlier this morning. On social media, Texas Governor Greg Abbott said the Texas National Guard and DPS regained control of the situation and did restore that razor wire. Now, this comes after a lot of legal back and forth this week over Texas Senate Bill 4. That's the law that would allow state law enforcement to arrest anyone suspected of coming into Texas illegally. As of now, that law remains on hold.
Hey, man, you have to let them in when they're willing to do all that, okay? When they are willing to go through all of that to get here, then there might be some people we need on our team. Treat it like an obstacle course, like Mexican Ninja Warrior. If they can get through all of that, they get citizenship.
But we got to find out who's actually coming in the country, right? There's absolutely positively some good people that are just trying to flee from their situations, but there are also some people that we don't know, right? People from other places, so we just have to know who's coming in the country. I suppose.
Everybody got to be vetted, of course.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can better believe they will be using this on the campaign trail. I can hear Trump talking about it now. Just some background: the National Guard, they were attempting to organize them into smaller groups, but the situation grew tense after some women and children were separated from the adult males. As the report mentioned, you can see online and go check it out that the migrants, mostly men, were rushing the troops. Actually just running over them. A group of men with hoodies, gloves, and winter jackets. They can be seen fencing away and dashing through the wire as a group of 5 guards formed a defense position to fill the gap. So they really were literally pushing the line yesterday, Charlamagne. So a few put their hands up directly on the migrants to keep them back in response to being pushed. And as the scene became louder and more chaotic.
I'm surprised they didn't shoot them.
I know.
I'm shocked that none of them got shot. I'm shocked no gunfire and nothing went off. But if you're willing to go through all of that to get here, it makes me think. What are you running from? So I think people like that, you really do have to sit down and have a different type of conversation with, because I don't think they over here to cause trouble if they're willing to go through all of that, to get here.
All right. Well, that is front page news. What are we talking next hour, Tez?
Well, this is a crazy story. Medical breakthrough. A pig kidney for the first time was transplanted into a human being. So I really want to tell you about that. And then Carly Russell, you remember the young lady that said she was kidnapped after seeing the baby on the side of the road? She had her day in court yesterday. So I'll tell you about that at 7 o'clock.
All right, we'll get into that next. All right, everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open. It's a Friday, damn it. So call us up right now, 800-585-1051. And again, salute to all my HBCUs out there. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Get it up. This is your time to get it off your chest.
Keep calling.
800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
DJ Envy, this is Derek from Jersey. How are you this morning?
Hey, Derek from Jersey. Get it off your chest, brother.
I just want to say good morning to the entire Breakfast Club. How you doing, brother Leonard and Jess Hilarious? How are you today?
Good morning, honey. I'm good.
Good. Listen, I just wanted to ask a question. I'm seeing commentary online in regards to the Breakfast Club's morality and integrity is being questioned by certain interviews that you have. For example, Candace Owens and Vivek Ramaswamy. I just wanted to know what you guys think of people thinking that your morals and integrity are in question because you conduct these type of interviews.
Yo, tell them I said suck my Say Charlamagne the God said on behalf of the Breakfast Club.
The radio, bro.
Oh, you're right. But tell them Charlamagne the God said I don't give a damn what they talking about, because I come from an era where I used to watch Oprah Winfrey, Phil Donahue, Barbara Walters. They would sit down with all types of people, and it was people that they might have agreed with, people that they might have disagreed with, but they still had the conversation. I'm about conversation over confrontation, so I don't care. And then, by the way, if you look at the Breakfast Club over the last 14 years, I dare you to find another show, radio, TV, or otherwise, that has had the diversity of guests on that we have had.
Wow.
I would have to agree with you. I was paying attention when you guys had the Rush Limbaugh interview, and then you interviewed Vivek Ramaswamy, and I'm seeing Candace Owens now. You guys are not afraid to take on the dare we say taboo interviews, but I like the fact that the Breakfast Club keeps an objective point of view in regards to who they interview, because I don't hear you interject your, how you say, political standings or whatever, but you're just conducting an objective interview, and I really appreciate that, because a lot of the mainstream news medias and other radio outlets are not using the same objectivity. So I just wanted to give the Breakfast Club their propers for staying objective. You may not like who you're talking to, but in regards to what we're trying to get accomplished and get in this country moving forward, we need interviews like this and discussions like this in order to keep the movement pushing forward.
Absolutely.
And thank you, Derek. We appreciate you for calling, brother.
And the one other thing I would add, even the people that a lot of people may like, those people are controversial to a whole other sector of America.
Absolutely.
Minister Farrakhan been up here. Dick Gregory been up here. You know what I'm saying?
Barack Obama, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris,
That's right.
Hillary Clinton.
All of those people are polarizing.
And then still, like, even with the Candace Owens, people are still putting words in her mouth that if you can tell people didn't watch the whole interview. Like, they just watching clips and they just perceiving what they think. You know what I mean? Like, so I just block people like that.
And if there's things that you want to talk to Candace about, if there's things that you want to address her about, stop being a sucker and have her on your platform. And bring all of that stuff that you want us to bring up that you say we didn't. That's not the way we wanted to have our conversation. Bring them on your platform, bring her on your platform, and you have that conversation with her.
I will say this though. Charlamagne, you told people to ask your D. You shouldn't threaten people with a good time, because you're running in the wrong person and they might actually do it out in public.
That's what you got out of this whole conversation.
I'm say, is that a good time to you, Envy?
Out of this whole conversation, that's what you got.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's the Breakfast Club.
You set yourself up every morning.
The Breakfast Club.
It's a new day.
This is your time to get it off your chest.
Wake up.
Whether you're mad or blessed.
It's time to get up and get something.
Call up now. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
This is Frankie.
Hey, Frankie, where you calling from?
I'm calling from Columbia.
803, what's happening? Our Gamecocks play tonight, baby. What's happening?
Hey, I'm going to come see you next month. My daughter told me, like this weekend, like, yeah, Charlamagne having a podcast festival. I want to go. I said, what? I'm about to order them tickets right now for you, babe.
That's right. Go April 27th in Atlanta at Pullman Yard is the second annual Black Effect Podcast Festival. Get your tickets at blackeffect.com/podcast festival or eventbrite.com. Go get them.
That's what's up.
Thank you,
Hey,
brother.
but look, I was calling. Look, check this out. So I just bought a car. I don't know what my luck is with car. In the last 10 years, I had 9 cars. I done bought a car 12 days ago. I wake up this morning, it won't even start.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, well, maybe you should go to a dealership that offers a warranty.
I bought my last one from Kia.
Well, you should have a warranty on it then, right?
Yeah. No, I gotta wait for him to open up, and I'm gonna take it right back to him, because, like, look, I paid for what I paid for. 12 days. That's not adding up.
I'm gonna call this nigga lemonade.
Not a math. Yeah, but you should usually get it from a dealership. They'll give you warranty. If there's an issue or problem, they'll give you a loaner until they fix it.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I've been on it all morning. I'm just, like I said, I just wait for them to wake up. But, hey, look, I can't wait to see y'all next month. Jess Hilarious. I'm so proud of you. I see you out there doing your thing. I actually, once you've been on here, I started going back watching your movies and all that stuff like that. Keep doing your thing. I'm very proud of you. Congratulations on the baby.
I appreciate you, babe. Stay away from them lemons.
No problem. I promise you. All right, y'all be good.
You too.
Have a good one, brother. Hello, who's this?
DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the dog. Good morning.
OG Rob, I ain't heard from you in forever, man.
I know. Hey, listen, man. You know I'll be trying to call. You know how that go. You know I ain't gonna stop. Listen, man. I just want to say congratulations to you, Jess, on the pregnancy and receiving that third spot is well deserved. And I also just want to say, may God continue to bless y'all families, the whole Breakfast Club family, staff up there with great health and much success.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? But listen, it's bar time, baby.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
OG Rob.
Check it out. I said, listen, taking time just to outline, see what I got in place, protecting my space through paragraphs, easy to dictate. OG. Them bars, filthy, they remember me. Taking time off the slot, they call me contemporary. Take cover. This not a test, a type of simulation. You hear these shots, then met-examine the transportation. Why not? The game is in need of something that's threaded right. Too many watered down on that yoke string and that puppet life. I'm sitting low, pull up slow. They claiming they next to blow, so I show them rookies, the vets, and how it's supposed to go. Under bright lights, I'm the best. They ain't got nothing for me. A knockdown shooter, big shot with visions of Rob Horry. Switch it up on them. The 90s been real good to me. So for 24, I rep the Gigi and Kobe respectfully. R.I.P. It's OG.
I like that.
I'm talking about bars. You got some bars, Jess? You got some bars this morning, Jess?
No, I'm good.
Let's do
Charlie,
it.
you got some bars?
Call me out like that.
You go ahead. I got some in a minute.
All right. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. OG Rob. Early this morning, Charlamagne invited mad people to his D.
What?
Now was a line outside, but that ain't gonna be me.
Cause you in Virginia. That's why you would be in Virginia.
Hold up, wait a minute. Like I'm meek. SWV, I'll make you weak. Don't like me, you can kiss my cheeks. That's all I got.
Bars.
Oh my God.
Bars. All right. Thank you, OG Rob.
Yo, thank y'all good, man. Have a good weekend. I appreciate y'all. Y'all be safe.
Love, brother. All right. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. When we come back, we got Jess with the Worldwide Mess coming up.
The story I was trying to get to yesterday is very important, the Nickelodeon documentary recap.
Okay. We'll get into that next. So don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Now let's get to Jess with the Worldwide Mess.
News is real. Whether it's Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore, just don't do no lies.
She don't spare nobody.
Worldwide Jess, Worldwide Mess.
On The Breakfast Club.
She's a culture shift.
She was able to get y'all to see something and understand something that nobody could get you to see.
It's time to set it off.
Oh, I love that intro. Thank you, Taylor. I love that. All right, so people expect for me to be funny every day. However, I want to keep speaking on this this Nickelodeon documentary, but from the perspectives of some of the family members of these child actors. In the documentary, Drake Bell spoke on his dad's reaction to Brian Peck being charged when he got that 16-month sentence, and this was the guy that sexually assaulted Drake Bell.
I get a phone call from Drake. I go, "What's up? I haven't heard from you for a while."
And I was like, "Oh, did you see they got him?"
I go, "What do you mean?"
"Brian, they arrested him."
I go, "You're kidding." I knew it.
And my dad just goes, "I am so glad that he was not able to get his hands on you." My dad's very emotional, and we were starting to rekindle our relationship, and I just couldn't. So I just said, "Yeah, they got him." He's like, "Oh, I'm so glad. I knew he was going to do something to someone."
How did it make you feel when you finally found out?
I'm not the same today. The pain's still there from the moment that I knew.
And he's crying because he recalls that conversation when Drake called him and told him that Brian Peck got sentenced, right? But the thing behind that was Drake Bell was anonymous at that time. And with him and his dad having, like a a relationship change, they fell apart. Remember when his dad was removed from set and replaced with his mom? He thought that it was another kid. Whole time it was him. It was him. And he just said he didn't have the courage to tell his dad because they were rekindling their relationship whole time, but Drake was anonymous, and that's why he just chose not to tell his dad at that time. So that last part of him crying when he actually found out, like, wow, that was you the whole time, that was the time of the documentary. Now, Brian Hearn was one of the young black male actors on All That. His mother was very present on set, and she spoke up about things that she felt was inappropriate, like you would think any black mother would.
First day filming, they set up the scene like he was selling drugs. And I was like, oh, the black kid gets to be the crack dealer? Why were we having adult jokes? I was complaining too much. I became the oddball.
They were fitting me for the little fetus role. But, they had to put a bodysuit on you. And obviously it has to be skin tone. Someone said the skin tone should be charcoal.
Lord have mercy.
That was a moment where I felt like, oh, I could go get my mom about this. But also, I know my mom, and I know that she would have rose hell.
Well, I would have let my mom raise hell, but he was very, very young. His mom also complained to his agents about inappropriate things that she would see on set. But his agents told her, look, be quiet because you're going to mess up his chances on set. Eventually, Nickelodeon did end up firing Brian before season 3. And he said he believes that the network wasn't trying to get rid of him, wasn't just trying to get rid of him, but they wanted to get rid of his mom too, because she was obviously a problem from the beginning. Chris Massey is another Nickelodeon actor who was a main character on Zoe 101. Now, we know he is the oldest brother to Kyle Massey, who was a star on That's So Raven. But Zoe 101 was one of Dan Schneider's shows. Chris Massey's mother got on social media to support Dan Schneider.
I posted a comment about somebody that has been nice to us, somebody that has never done anything to us. When I said that it was the parents' fault, who allows their children to get a ride with a staff member to work? Who allows their children to spend the night with staff members? That's what I was talking about. So for when all these people are Instagramming me and saying all these things about me, I have really tough skin, and that don't bother me. I don't give a shit what they talking about. I didn't watch the documentary, and I have no plans on watching the documentary because I want to remember Dan Schneider as the person that he was to us. We had an exemplary ride with Dan Schneider, and just because he's white, I'm not going to turn my back on him.
Wow. I don't think it's because he's white. It's because he's a predator.
Thank you. So that's thank you. That was my argument. Now, although she's not wrong about those parents, like I totally do agree. Just because you feel like nothing happened to your child does not mean the predator is innocent and that he's not a predator. After that, Chris Massey, who is her son, he said, my story will be told from me, not from my parent, a friend, a coworker, me, and only me. So please stop messaging me about what my mom said respectfully. So hopefully she talked that over with her son after she made that video, because apparently he'll be coming forward with a story as well.
When you say talk that over, what you mean? Like a little pop, don't be talking back to me?
No, he talked that over with his mom. Like, you don't know what happened, obviously. Just because we didn't open up or I didn't open up or something you don't know, don't mean that you can just go and take to social media and,
don't know the story,
and
really.
Speak for me.
That's true.
Because maybe he was a scared child as well at the time. So, more on Dan Schneider, though. After watching the documentary, it's clear that Dan Schneider allowed his set to be extremely unsafe for kids. Even though he wasn't flat out accused of sexually abusing any children, some of his behaviors and skits were super inappropriate. He would also have the kids giving him massages on set.
Jesus, what?
Yep, and a lot of his skits resembled scenes out of porn films. Ariana Grande putting her foot in her mouth and moaning, and a lot of the scene, and most of the scene, female actors stroking items that resembled a penis with a substance squirting out of it, and any of the Pickle Boy skits we do. Well, I remember
Pickle
those.
Boy.
Yep. It was a pickle.
That sounds crazy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that sounds so crazy.
That sounds like a cousin of Bang Bros. Pickle Boy.
Yes.
So wait, so are the families suing? Are they suing Nickelodeon?
I'm not sure about that yet. That's why I'll be covering this over time. But Drake Bell asked people to keep to be easy on Josh Peck. So Josh Peck was Drake co-star on Drake and Josh, and Drake also recently got on social media to ask people not to go so hard on Josh Peck. Now their relationship just went their separate ways. They were just like brothers or close friends in the show, but that doesn't mean that they were just working in business. And a lot of people was like, yo, your co-star has been really quiet, and so they've been in his comments like, your silence is speaking louder than you saying anything. And so Drake had made a video like, yo, go easy on him, he has been supporting me behind closed doors. He just doesn't,
man, stop forcing people to try to say something publicly if they don't want to.
Everything doesn't have to be publicized, you know what I mean? And they're, like I said, their friendship fizzled out because of other problems. They were just two different people. They got married, one started a rock band, so that was that. But he has been quietly supporting him, that's all.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Wicked people
well,
in
that
this
is
business,
just
man.
the worldwide mess.
But
it's just sad and crazy because you never know.
And none of these industries have to be like this because the people make these industries. You hear folks say the industry is wicked. The industry is wicked. No, what's wicked is the people in this industry. These situations could be beautiful. These opportunities could be beautiful, but you got to get the predators up.
Yeah,
but like you said, there's no checks and balances. Like there should be somebody that's watching over these shows to make sure that this is not happening. Not just the parents,
I think
the producers and the people that's giving these people millions of dollars to create this.
I think people are watching it, but they're turning a blind eye because the money.
Because they're making money.
That's right.
Obviously,
that's right.
And the reason why I say the industry, and I don't say obviously it is the people, but it's the industry because there's more people that it could be somebody that we know, it could be somebody that we don't know. It's, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't know who is and who isn't in on any of this thing. So I just say the industry. It can be very wicked.
Well, that is Jess with the worldwide mess. Now, when we come back, Teslin Figaro will be joining us for some front page news. So don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
You're checking out the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. What up, Tiz?
What's going on? DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. Happy Friday.
Good morning. Thank you.
Peace, Ted.
Well, let's start off this Friday. We're talking pigs.
Yeah, we're talking pigs. Doctors have performed the first transplant of a genetically modified kidney from a pig into a living human. Take a listen.
For the first time, doctors have transplanted a genetically modified pig kidney into a living person.
It happened at Mass General in Boston today. They announced the medical milestone. A 62-year-old patient recovering well, actually expecting to be discharged soon. This announcement marks the latest development in what is called xenotransplantation, the term that means healing human patients with cells, tissues, or organs from animals. Doctors, of course, praised the man for his courage in taking on an experimental procedure. They say that procedure, though, could be a first step towards major changes in treating people with failing organs.
An abundant supply of organs resulting from this technological advance may go far to finally achieve health equity and offer the best solution to kidney failure, a well-functioning kidney transplant to all patients in need.
Man, if that becomes the norm, that's going to be a very tough decision for a Muslim to make. Okay, imagine you in the NOI and you need a kidney, but the only thing that can change your life is a kidney from a pig.
You are crazy. And then what about like part pig, part human, identified as a pig? Like this can really
damn.
Nah, Charlamagne, you don't eat pork, you don't eat bacon, so don't try to mess with the pig now.
But I'm saying that's why I say it'd be such a tough decision for a Muslim to make. Like, Assalamu bacon, bro. You gonna need to do something. Your life on the line. You want to be here for your children, and the only thing that can save you is a pig.
Yeah. Now, all jokes aside, though, I really do think this is amazing. The doctors thought that the new kidney, that this new kidney could last for years, but they acknowledge that there are many unknowns to an animal, to actually using animal transplants. But the patient is very grateful. He said he saw it not only as one way to help him, but a way to provide hope for the thousands of people who need a transplant to survive. Now, they actually started this, just to give you a little bit of background, experiments taking blood and skin from animals began in the 1600s. So this has been, I guess, something that's been done before, but researchers really started looking at this in the 1960s. So all jokes aside, this is really like an amazing thing. There's a lot of people who are waiting for transplants, and maybe, this is the way to go. What do you guys think? There's some critics, though, that say they don't really like mixing the animals and the humans, and they're not really big fans of it. What do y'all think?
Clearly, those are kind of like our cousins, right? Because, we all...
Animals?
Yeah. We were all created by the same entity. In some way, shape, or form, and we kind of.
But they smarter and much better.
Some of them are much smarter and much better, and we do help each other live, right? Because we have to eat these animals to stay alive. It's like a circle of life. So to me, this is just another extension of that.
Yeah, maybe they give us some sense if they start mixing us together. The animals don't beef, divide.
Some sense.
They don't care about color, none of that. They just be like, look, come over here with us.
Now, what if the pig kidney start changing us to where we start wanting to play in the mud, start eating any damn thing?
That's what I was saying. Like, what?
Back get big as hell for no reason.
Back's already big.
You know what I'm saying? You know,
Well, y'all ain't learned nothing from that sensitivity training.
I identify as a pig, Tess.
That's what I was gonna say. Are you gonna start identifying? I was waiting on one of y'all to say it.
That'd be crazy. You get in trouble for saying something crazy. You be like, look, I got a pig kidney. I identify as a pig.
That's right.
Okay.
All right, guys. In other news, that's sensitivity training. Clearly, y'all need to
Didn't help.
get
No, it didn't help at all.
Didn't help at all. I want to give y'all an update on Carly Russell. As you guys know, that had the whole world stopped when an Alabama woman who confessed to lying about being kidnapped she did plead guilty to criminal charges related to the hoax that set off a national search last summer. Take a listen.
Well, this all started on July 13th. Carly Russell called 911 and she told authorities that she had seen this toddler walking along the highway near Birmingham. And then she reappeared 2 days later claiming that she had been kidnapped and taken in a vehicle. But very quickly, it became clear that she had falsely reported this crime. Today in court, she stood up and it was an emotional day. She, had reversed previously, pled not guilty, but today acknowledging her guilt and saying that she was sorry to her community and, of course, to the people who spent time and resources looking for her. She's not going to spend time behind bars. The judge felt that that wasn't a good use of resources. Instead, she's going to have to pay restitution, about $17,000, and do about 100 hours of community service while under probation.
That sounds fair to me.
Yeah, that sounds fair. I think that's fair.
That sounds fair.
Yeah, they also said she must continue receiving mental health counseling as a condition for the probation. She spoke up in court. She said she wanted to apologize for her actions and the resulting negative impact inflicted onto others. Said, I made a grave mistake while trying to fight through various emotional issues and stress. I'm extremely remorseful for the panic, fear, and various range of negative emotions that were experienced across the nation. She said, I want to acknowledge and take accountability for the pain and embarrassment that I inflicted upon my family, my church, friends, neighbors, community, and all of those who are directly involved in search efforts for me.
Yeah, that sounds fair. Year probation, $18,000 in restitution, 100 hours of community service, and like you just said, Taz, most importantly, as part of her probation, she got to continue to receive mental health counseling. Because clearly she's going through something mentally and emotionally that will cause her to do this. So. Yeah, I think that's fair. I'm not mad at it.
I don't think people sometimes just do things and then when they get caught, it's like, oh my God. Like, all right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, like, I've never done anything to this extent like this behind a guy. But, like, when you are longing for that attention and you, like, you'll go to some drastic measures, but that don't mean you mentally ill or you need to, you know what I mean?
That's true.
So I know, to me, it's a nice little cleanup, but. You know what I mean? I think what she got is fair, but all the mental health, it's just, Shorty just did that.
I get what you're saying. Sometimes you just make poor decisions.
Sometimes you just do it and you learn from it. I think she did learn from it.
I know they said it was about the guy and, there was a lot of speculation or conversation with that, but I would really like to hear from her. I wonder if she'll ever sit down with somebody and kind of say,
I don't need to hear from Carly Russell.
I kind of want to know, though, Charlamagne.
Listen, if Reese Teaser got a book deal, Carly Russell should. You know what? You should write our first book. Under your company, Carly Russell, Real Story. You should write that.
I don't like rewarding bad behavior like that.
That's not.
But I just kind of want to know. I'm just curious. I don't want to have to depend on Tubi to tell the story.
I'm sure
Tubi got the story though. Tubi got the whole background and everything.
But they didn't.
Tubi got the origin.
But they didn't. She didn't work with Tubi on that. She didn't.
She did.
No, she didn't.
Tubi in the Pentagon. Carly Russell, Carly Russell in the Pentagon worked with Tubi to do her movie.
All right. Thank you, Taz. Where can we find Taz, Charlamagne?
Oh, you can find Taz. You can go to her podcast, Straight Shot No Chaser podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio Podcast Network, and you can follow at Tesla Figueroa on all social media platforms.
All right, and when we come back from Hillman College, Jasmine Guy will be joining us. Now, Jasmine Guy will be here. She has a new episode of Uncensored on TV One that airs on Sunday, March 24th. We'll be getting with Jasmine Guy when we come back.
I love when Jasmine Guy visits. You hear me?
No.
The first time she came up here, she was up here with Kadeem Hardison. She's up here by herself today, but I love when Jasmine Guy pulls up.
That's right. So we'll kick with her next. So don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody.
everybody? It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club, and we got a special guest in the building.
The legendary
Jasmine Guy. Welcome back.
Good morning.
How you feeling?
I feel great. I love doing your show the last time, and I got a lot of positive feedback.
People love you.
Yeah.
Come on.
It was a different kind of interview, though, than they're used to. And my daddy was like, you were a little too comfortable. You act like they were at your house, you know?
That was that champagne, right?
Yes, that cheap-ass champagne, whatever that was. I didn't even like it, and I was drinking it. But my father said that you would put more in when I was looking at Kadeem.
No, that's not
That's
true.
what he said.
I don't think so.
He said whenever you looked at Kadeem, he poured more in there. So I'm thinking I'm just drinking one glass. I probably had 4 glasses of that cold, that Arce Symantha, whatever that was. But I drank it anyway at 7 o'clock in the morning. How embarrassing is that?
No, it got you to talking.
Kadeem was just sitting back there, just laughing. No, it was good because you ask questions that people don't usually ask. You know, we get the same questions over and over, especially about a different world.
And you've done so much more since that.
Right.
You know?
Absolutely.
Like right now, you won your first Emmy this year.
Yes.
That's right. Congratulations.
How did that feel?
She went for the Chronicles of Jessica Wu.
That's right.
Yes. Yeah. That was a trip. So I was going to Mexico to hang out with my girlfriends. And I land and I get all these texts from people saying, congratulations on your Emmy nomination. And I really thought people were messing with me.
Wow.
I didn't even call them back. I said, whatever. I wasn't even.
Yeah.
And then when I realized I really had been nominated, I thought it was for the show Harlem.
Oh, okay.
Chronicles of Jessica Wu I had done 2. It was before COVID. It was a long time ago, and I only worked on it for a day. It was a very interesting project to me because the production company was a couple, a small black production company. The superhero in the piece had autism, but her powers, that whatever put her on the spectrum made her a superhero. Their daughter had an autistic child. Anyway, so I said, well, I'll do it because I know after this they're going to need distribution. And who knew?
Wow.
That's what, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
My love for them and what I know about, pitching ideas. You're going to need a name. I know, I've heard it all. And I said, well, I'll be your name. This is going to be good. And it was a short series, like a webisode series. The other Oscar nomination I got was also from an independent black company, and it was my nephew Emmett, and I played Emmett Till's aunt on the night that he was taken from their home. And I was like, oh, I do not want to go to Mississippi. I mean, I'm telling you, we stayed right down the street from where he got abducted.
Man. And Mississippi still got that same energy.
Thank you.
Yeah, nothing to change.
I was going to say I felt ghosts, and I did it. And it got nominated for an Oscar. And when the director called me, he was a graduate student from NYU Film School. His mentors was Spike Lee and Casey Lemons, right? Beautiful brother and the crew and everybody. I had a great artistic experience. But when he told me we got nominated for an Oscar, I thought he was messing with me.
That says a lot, though. Like about how, I guess black actors and actresses are conditioned in Hollywood. That when they get told that they're even nominated, they don't believe it. It's a joke.
Well, when you ignore it long enough, you get the message.
Right. Yeah.
I got the message. If you're not nominating A Different World, Debbie Allen, Susan Fales, our wardrobe department, any other actor on that show, I stopped focusing on y'all giving me my props. I know who gives me my props. And I told the actors, I said, we just got to be good. Forget all these accolades or whatever. They obviously, do you know how many times they said to me, even on, I think I did Dennis Miller. Remember Dennis Miller had a talk show. He started with, so how does it feel being between number 1 and 3? And I was stunned because I just sat down, you come out all cute and whatever. And I was like, he said that wasn't a good lead-in question. I said, no, it wasn't.
You were talking about Cosby and Cheers?
Everybody said we were number 2 because we came between them.
Okay.
And that was the first question.
That was the message. That was the message that we got as actors, as, performers. And we never got our props for not just the acting, but it was Debbie Allen, Susan Fales, me, 3 black women in charge of that show. You know what I mean? We could have been on the cover of Essence, and I just knew who really saw us and who really understood us.
Why didn't the network fight for that?
It's the same white motherfuckers that just look. Okay, so Arce Warner, our producers, also produced a show with Whoopi Goldberg called Baghdad Cafe, Grace Under Fire, and The Roseanne Show, and The Cosby Show, right? So we're one of 5. They never asked us to do anything. They asked Roseanne Barr to sing the national anthem, in which she grabbed her crotch because she can't sing. But we got 5 singers on our show.
That's crazy.
You could have had Dawn, me, Cree, never. I don't know. I just got things, we got things on our own, and I never felt a part of that network. Then when I saw what happened with Friends, I was like, yo, that would have helped us. It would have helped us with work after the show. It would have given us some props, that we could have used for future projects. I pitched a lot. I have my own production company after A Different World. All of my projects were rejected. But then I started to see them. That was weird.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? It's like a bad relationship. After a while, you got to understand, okay, I ain't what you want.
I got to ask, you mentioned earlier that, when you do these interviews, people ask the same questions about A Different World. Are you tired of talking about A Different World since you had, that was 30 years ago. But then I see
37.
you on 37, wow. But then I see you on the HBCU tours going from school to school. I see you having those conversations. Are you just done with talking about that part of your life?
I'm not done with that part of my life because people are exploring. They're asking me the same thing. What's your favorite episode? They want me to say The Wedding Show. That wasn't my favorite episode. That's your favorite episode.
Right.
I love when the kids ask questions. So we go to these schools. We have a moderator. This past, when we did Spelman, Morehouse, and Clark, we had 7 of us. I love that too. Usually it's no more than 4 of us. And when the kids get to ask the questions, their questions are different. They're not asking those same things. Really, you could do your research and know the answer already.
Of course.
But the kids are like, when you were 19, blah, blah, blah. When you first left home, what did you think about your character? Intelligent, especially them Spelman girls. First of all, they acted like we were rock stars.
Y'all are.
Yeah. Definitely are.
They were just off the chain when we came out. Then one girl said, Miss Charnel, I want to thank you for being a presence for dark-skinned girls. Miss Jasmine, thank you for showing me confidence. And Miss Cree, thank you for being the oddball. That was her. She was saying, I see you, and you help me see me. And you don't know you're doing all that when you're just playing your role, But I know Debbie knew. I knew Debbie knew what she was doing when she hired Cree and Charnel that second season. It was very deliberate.
All right, we got more with Jasmine Guy when we come back. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Different World's own Jasmine Guy.
Good morning.
Gotta ask a question. This is a personal question. When you started off dancing as a child, right? Did you know what direction you wanted to go into? So I got 2 girls that dance, right?
Oh.
And I travel all over the country, dance with these little babies, and they are amazing. One won first prize overall.
What?
7-year-old, over 1,000 girls, first prize. But
what?
Yes, they get busy. They take it serious. 6 days a week, 4 hours a day. Gymnastics, flipping, backflip, dancing.
Wow.
Yes, it's a lot. But I've learned to love it, like really enjoy it. But as a dad, I always think like, well, what's next after dance? Like, what do you do as a dancer? Like when you get to high school and college, like what happens from that? Did you know what you wanted to do going into Alvin Ailey?
So when I was a little kid, I just kept asking for more classes. Like once a week, Saturday, turned into 3, turned into 5, And when I saw Alvin Ailey and I saw Revelations, I realized that I could do this as a job. I didn't realize that you could dance as a job.
Right.
Other than be a dance teacher, that's all I was seeing. And I told my daddy, I said, I have my calling. I want to dance with Alvin Ailey. So from 12 to 17, that was the trajectory. Kind of on the level where you are with your girls, because I danced every day after that. I went to Performing Arts High School. I joined Atlanta Ballet. Went to North Carolina School of the Arts over the summer because I knew that I was not technically proficient enough to get into the Ailey company. But I was also performing. I played Anita in West Side Story, and I was young. I was like 13, and I could already act, and I could sing. Because, you know, you can't fake dancing. You can either dance or you can't dance.
Right.
I mean, it's an athletic, you know. So that's when I knew.
I want to talk about another training you probably got, because, you know, you carry yourself with a certain sense of regalness, right? When you look at Debbie Allen, when you look at Felicia Rashad, they have that same regal energy. What did those two teach you?
Oh, my gosh. Everything. I mean, Debbie was ahead of me. Every time people told me, well, you're mostly a dancer. We don't know about you acting. Or you're a comic actress. We don't know about you doing drama. In my mind, I go, Debbie did. I just let them tell me what they thought I couldn't do. And it wasn't just that I knew I could. She's already done it. She just did it. She had 2 lines in the Fame movie. When you see her next, she's directing, choreographing the show. She's producing. You can't let other people tell you what you can do. You don't know. And the other mantra I always had, especially like when people were certain choreographers, you know, it's not a nice world, the dance world. They're reading me or cussing me out, whatever, and I would say, you don't know you're not God. In my mind. So I wouldn't cry. Because I was like, don't you stand up here and let him make you cry. Because he's saying, you know, you think you're something, you'll never be anything. And I was like, you don't know you're not God.
That's right.
How you gonna proclaim my destiny? So you have to be able to talk to yourself. And Debbie is the same way, Felicia's the same way. They have a sense of self. Because Debbie told me about how they rejected her at North Carolina School of the Arts because she didn't have a body for dance. Because she got a booty and whatever. And she said, and I took this booty all the way to Broadway, darling. Okay, you don't want me in your school? Well, I'm going to go to Howard. And then I'm going to be on Broadway. And then. You can't let other people tell you what you are and what you're not. Yeah. And I refuse that. I refuse that on just a general level. Like, there were little dancers in my class that were great dancers, but a little chunky or whatever. And I heard how the teachers talked to them, destroying them. How dare you? How dare you take your responsibility and do that to her? You don't know what she's gonna be, and you're only gonna go with skinny, tall people. I just don't like that. If you're gonna teach kids an art form, don't add your bitter 2 cents to it, because you didn't with your fat ass.
That's not politically correct. The politically correct term is big back.
No, it's not. Don't.
It's big back.
We just.
Big back.
Do women say that, or is that a male term?
No, Charlamagne brought that up. He actually discovered that.
I'm not saying big back.
Yeah, he developed that term.
Big back sounds better than fat ass.
It sounds like a dude term.
Yeah, a dude. That dude
now
right
they
there.
really gonna think I'm gay.
He discovered.
I'm like, oh, that baby got big back.
We've been
It's not gonna sound right coming from us.
That's not a rumor I heard that you were gay. I didn't hear that before. Where did that start?
It just comes up every now and then. If they don't see me with a man, like I was at an Oscar party at George's, and I was dancing with Debbie, and all the Fame dancers were there. Like, you know, she keeps all her people. They got me, you know, photo of the week, me and Debbie, and they talking about me in the hair salon. I knew it. I think they together. And Norm calls me. He loved it. I said, well, I'm single. I don't like that. He's like, yeah, that's some funny. I said, funny for you? Because you're like, yeah, I'm with Debbie and she's with Jasmine. Then it came up when I was at Ailey's. I don't know what it is. I don't care, but I don't want to have to undo it. Yeah, and then in New York, I got hit on and stuff, and I was like, Okay, but what made you think that I like girls? Because it won't bother me. You know, I was just developing into my womanhood.
It was about some studs. You got hit on by some studs.
What? Maybe it's the Timberlands.
They were studs.
I didn't have Timberlands then. I was
Okay,
at
okay.
Cafe Wah.
All right.
And it was funk night. And I would go there by myself sometime. You can't always have somebody come with you, you know. Sometimes I think it's because I'm alone. You know, my best friend at Ailey's, we were walking through the park, and unbeknownst to us, we were walking in the wooded gay area.
The wooded gate.
I don't know what you call it. A glen, a valley,
The gate section. The wooded gate
the
section.
dale, the dale of
The gate section with shade.
With shade.
Okay. And they stepped to you.
Well, somebody saw us there,
Oh,
and
man.
we didn't know we were in a certain area or whatever. Because I don't know. And then when I got back to the school, they were like, you know, they're saying that you and so. I was like, I don't even have a boyfriend. How can I have a girlfriend?
Okay.
Like, I can't even work, you know.
Right.
It doesn't bother me, but when I was younger, it did because I was still developing.
And they was pulling up on you.
I was developing as a young woman. Yeah.
Oh.
All right, we're still kicking it with Jasmine Guy, so don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy on this Friday. Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We have Jasmine Guy in the building. Charlamagne?
Would you ever do a memoir? We know you got the Uncensored coming out this weekend, but would you ever do a memoir?
I would need some help. You know, I would just need some help. I can't write it by myself.
Oh yeah, most people get help with their memoir. Yeah. Because I loved reading Jada Pinkett's book Worthy because, like, you know, Envy was saying earlier, and you were saying it was such a privacy in the '90s. So to get those stories from that era, when she talks about you and Pac and just y'all friendship, just that friendship of Black Hollywood, it's just like, man.
And I was like privileged enough to hang with them because they're so much younger than me. You know, it was just easy. You know, her birthday party, and we went to the Dragonfly, which was funk night that night.
Gaze was in there too that night.
I like me some funk, obviously. I'm like, it's funk night at a Dragonfly. But and, you know, accepting of me because, well, I'm 62. So when I'm on the show, I'm 25, 26, 27. They 18, 19. Now it's not a big deal, but back then I wasn't hanging out with no, you know. I remember I went to a restaurant with Cree, and as we were walking to the restaurant, she said, do they card? I said, card? I mean, I had never been carded because 18, you know. I said, how old are you? She said, I just turned 18. I said, what the hell am I doing hanging out with an 18-year-old? Are you kidding me? Kadeem, too. I saw them as kids. I like grown-ass men when I was young. 30, 32. But now that they have embraced me, I appreciate it.
Right.
Because they kept me current and kept me interested. Because Jada and Cree are out-the-box thinkers. They bring creative ideas to the table that I never would have thought of.
Right.
And I love that. And of course, you know, Cree keeps me laughing.
What about Pac?
Pac and I were like that too. He always had ideas. I felt so unaccomplished, you know, because he would say something and then do it. I would tell him an idea and not write it and not finish it, or it's still like on my shelf. Mostly I wanted him to know that I felt he was a great actor, and I heard the murmurings of, oh, he's just being himself or whatever. They're just riding on his fame as a rapper. I said, everybody that raps ain't acting on there. There were a lot of rappers that had movies. That man can act.
Yeah.
I mean, his performances were off the chain, and I just wanted him to know that and not listen to that. One time in Newsweek, they used to have little blurbs like Star of the Week or Celebrity of the Week, just a little blurb. And they said, and surprisingly handsome rapper. I said, what the surprisingly? How insulting.
Yeah, he was fine.
It was, I mean,
sorry, girl, yes.
Why is that surprising?
Yeah.
He's supposed to be ugly because he's a rapper? I found it racist. Then when I won one of my Image Awards and I go to the press tent, there were two little white girls there, and all they did was ask me about what I felt about Tupac getting an Image Award. They kept asking me if I thought he deserved an Image Award, and I said, well, I don't know what the controversy is. Well, because of Dolores Tucker and this, that, and the other, and I didn't know. And I said, well, can you tell me which songs you're referring to? At the time, I had only heard Dear Mama, Brenda Had a Baby, and Keep Your Head Up. I honestly didn't know what the controversy was about, because these are all uplifting female. Yeah. And she said, well, I don't know which song. I haven't heard the CD. I said, well, why don't you do your homework and then come to me and ask me? Right. I was so mad. And the Fanny saw that article and heard that I stood up for him. And she never forgot that. And I think that's part of why she was cool with him staying with me.
After you got shot?
Yeah.
Because she didn't, based on what they knew about me and seeing me on the show, she didn't realize that I was like that. You know what I mean? And one of her friends said, oh, you a soldier now. And I was like, I'm sorry, are we at war? I didn't know what she meant by it.
Were you afraid during that time? Like when you took Pac in after he got shot, did you feel like, what if they come looking for him and I'm here?
Yeah, there were times because of the regularity of my going in and out of my apartment. I felt like it would be easy if I had been on the radar for anybody to, follow me or come up. And so there was that. And I didn't live in a secured building, like a doorman building. And I was scared of like I had never seen a real bullet wound, just, on TV, like NYPD Blue, and when I played a badass in this movie. But I was concerned about that, actually caring for the wounds and making sure he was going to be okay.
So you had to nurse him back into
yeah,
to
he
being
should
good.
have been in the hospital for at least two or three more days on antibiotics.
I remember he just walked out. He signed himself out. So you had to help him out and help him eat and help him get himself back together.
Well, when he left Bellevue, he went to his girlfriend's and he realized it was equally accessible. He just felt like a sitting duck in the hospital. But everybody knew he was at his girlfriend's. Nobody knew that we were friends. So him coming to my apartment was more
like discreet.
Diary of Anne Frank.
Gotcha.
I just put food under the bookcase. Yeah, it was on the down low. I didn't know what kind of publicity might have come from that, but it wasn't anything I was interested in publicizing, so I just shut the family down. I was like, you tell anybody where you been? Or don't you, because I didn't do that for that reason. It was a personal reason.
That's right.
And that was one of those moments where, y'all don't get that. And they respected it all these years until the documentary. They've been wanting to, I guess, thank me. But their love, and I'm part of that family now, has been enough. I don't need public thanks for what I did on a personal level.
That's right.
The documentary said, okay, Jasmine, you can talk about that part of it now. Because I really thought, well, just, I'll go to my grave with certain things. Not because I'm ashamed, but I don't like the exploitation factor of things that you do in your personal life for your kids or for people you love or whatever,
Yeah, I'm sure you talk about this on Uncensored. And this is my last question. Like, when's the last time you spoke to him?
Tupac?
Yeah. Like before he died. Do you remember the last conversation y'all had or last time you saw him?
I was visiting a Fanny in Stone Mountain when they had a house there. And he came through. Now, this is after he had been in prison for 11 months.
Okay.
So I hadn't seen him for a while. Okay. Yeah, so I saw him at the house. That was the last time.
You remember the conversation or you don't? That's personal.
It was just like, hey, and he was just like, I'm strong now because he was infirmed. So he wanted me to see his, little prison push-up muscles and whatnot. Knuckles were all black from doing it on, he wanted, I was like, yeah, you look good. And then he went out with his friends and, I hung out with a Fanny. The thing that really hurt my feelings about him getting shot like that, when he was with me, I thought I was helping him go to the next part of his life.
Like grow, evolve, yeah.
I was like, you gonna go to prison and then get shot again? And I knew that second shooting wasn't The wounds he had the first time were in his appendages, not in his lungs. I was so disappointed.
Yeah.
And he told me he wasn't gonna make it past 25. I always thought he was just talking shit all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That's legend. Put that in the book. I was like, I'm not writing a book about you. Stop telling me that. I'd be like, I'm never telling anybody anything about this experience.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was ridiculous for him to say he wasn't going to live past 25.
Mm-hmm.
I treated him like I treated my little cousins that make these statements about life.
Yeah.
So that hurt.
Can't wait people to hear your story.
You lived the life, Miss Guy.
Uncensored.
Y'all gotta watch Uncensored this Sunday.
March 24th.
Always a pleasure when you come, Miss Guy. We love you so much. You are a cultural icon. We appreciate you so much. We value you. Just thank you always.
That's right.
Thank you.
It's Jasmine Guy. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
We gotta encourage Jasmine Guy to do a memoir. And not only do we gotta encourage Jasmine Guy to do a memoir, somebody please get Jess Hilarious her own orange juice, because I am tired of every time I come in here with my orange juice, she walk up to me every morning and be like, "Who gonna drink that? You gonna drink that?"
She Debo.
You
call her Debo.
I don't take it. I just be like, hey, do you want it? Which one? Because you be having a lot of drinks like you dehydrated.
I do. I got my tea, my lemon ginger honey tea,
yes,
my orange juice, and my water.
I took it one day because you took too long to drink it. I'm like, you gonna wait for it to get room temperature?
But why don't you just get your own juice?
Because I forgot.
Get Jess a juice. Okay, every morning.
Whatever.
Jess only got 6 minutes, so let's get to Jess with the Worldwide Mess.
Thank you so much.
News is real, whether it's Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore, just don't do no lies, She don't spare nobody.
Worldwide Jess, Worldwide Mess.
On the Breakfast Club.
She's a culture shifter.
She was able to get y'all to see something and understand something that nobody could get you to see.
It's time to set it off.
Thank you, Monique. Thank you. Monica asked Ray J to stop speaking about her and Brandy's potential tour. So recently, Ray J came to the Breakfast Club and he verbally announced an encouraged tour with his sister Brandy and Monica would co-headline. And he was asking questions like who would open and all of that type of stuff. And Monica saw the interview and also recalled from the other day Ray J commenting on her live about the tour idea. He actually kept commenting, so she would see it, but of course she ignored it on her live. She obviously felt the way about it and took to her Instagram story to tell Ray J chill. Monica said that she received no. All right, my bad. All right, so when she posted, she basically said she received no contract or no calls about the tour, while also asking Ray J to stop speaking on her in public. But I like this specific part in her I'm not gonna say rant, in her response to Ray J. She said, Brandy is a legend. She's one of one with an extensive catalog that I deeply respect and a voice sent from heaven. The conversation being had without she and I is beginning to muddy the waters severely. And I agree with her. You know
I agree
what
with her too.
But I thought when he was up here and he was just saying that, even when he commented on her story the other day, I thought that this is something that he presented to them already, right? But they might have been like, boy, get out of here. You know what I mean? I thought that he had already spoken to them, but he didn't. And I also believe that Ray J don't be meaning no harm or whatever, but he just has to know there are certain avenues, and you've been in the business for a long time. You know how to move. You know what I mean? These are two legends.
He was just putting it in the atmosphere, I thought he just said that's something that he would love to see, right?
You know who I think Ray J is actually doing that for? I think he's actually doing that for his sister. Because I promise you, he's probably having these conversations with his sister behind the scenes, Brandy. And, she may or may not be with it. So he's putting it out into the ecosystem so the people start talking about it. And then maybe that'll move Brandy to want to do it a little bit more. Or even promoters. You know what I mean? Yeah. Promoters start making offers, the Live Nations and whoever else in the world.
Yeah, so why not speak with Monica about it too? I mean, your sister's not the only one that you're asking. You get what I'm saying?
That's true.
And
I don't even know if Brandy's doing shows. Monica's doing a ton of shows. Like Monica's always on the road. I really don't see Brandy on the road like that.
Right.
Monica's on the road with Nikki right now.
Right. But I mean, obviously, this wouldn't be a tour tomorrow. It would take time and all of that stuff, rehearsals, set bills, and all of that. But that's why Monica is saying I received no contract or no calls about it. Yeah. So I'm totally with her. But Ray J did respond to Monica's comments on Angela Yee Way Up With Yee with an apology and play number 2.
Listen, Monica, if I said anything wrong, I apologize. You are a great artist. You and Brandy have made history together. And all I want to do is just kind of shake it up a little bit to get y'all to see that.
Get y'all to see what?
To see what?
I don't know. It was cut short. But yeah, he just wanted finish the line. Shit, that's your cousin. All right, but yeah, he want people to see that it's a big money maker and that there are two legends in the game and they should do it. I'm all for the tour.
I am too, and we also got to let's not act like this is the '90s because I thought about this and I've said this before. I prefer Monica's catalog.
Yeah,
Brandy's amazing. She's an incredible talent, great songs, but I personally prefer Monica's catalog. So what Monica also said was neither one of us are going to be an opener. We're going to have an opener, and then we're going to get to the co-headline.
Yeah, and I love how
You ain't say that the other day, Charlamagne, when I was trying to put it together. Y'all made it seem like Monica was the opener, and I was like, just because.
No, listen, I said that.
I never said that. No words in my mouth.
That. All right, calm down. I did say, I do think that Brandy should, end the show. Monica opens. But I also did say if they're co-headlining, who would they have come, before them? They can have like other R&B acts, but who comes out first? Maybe open was a bad word.
Yeah, I actually said they should go like song for song, like they did in the verses. Like Brandy comes out, does a song, Monica comes out, does a song, or Monica comes out, Brandy comes out and does a song. That's what I said.
But then that's a replica of the verses, and I just feel like we don't need that. If I'm listening to Monica, that's the vibe I'm on.
That's true.
If I want to listen to Brandy, that's the vibe I'm on. I don't like back and forth. You go, now you go, girl. Like no. So that's it.
Hopefully it happens.
Hopefully it does happen. I hope, and hopefully they reach out to Monica and give her an offer and stop playing with her. All right, Philly rapper Quilly. Why is his name Quilly? He claims Meek Mill told his entourage they couldn't come with him to Diddy's parties. So Quilly sat down and did a podcast.
Lord have mercy.
When he spoke on an anonymous person in Meek's crew. He said basically, this is a real short story. He said basically that this anonymous person was not allowed to go to certain Diddy parties with Meek. Probably only the daytime ones. Yeah, that's what they allegedly. That's what he said. So, but it is audio. We got audio. My bad, y'all. Go ahead.
The Diddy, the parties. He was in Cali going to a couple parties with Meek, right? And Meek told my inside man that he can't go to two or three parties yet. So he got left like at the crib or Airbnb, hotel, mansion, wherever they was. Like he couldn't go. Monday and Tuesday, you can go to this party. But Wednesday and Thursday, when we go to this other mansion party, you got to stay back. That's just coming from my inside guy. Like, I don't, that party, like when they say Diddy party, yeah, a few people was around at that time. And they couldn't go.
Y'all better leave Meek alone.
So the weekly weekly parties are probably, PG-13, real cool, networking, they serve hors d'oeuvres, stuff like that. But them weekend parties, Meek like, you can't go to these. What?
Y'all better leave Meek alone, man.
Because here's the thing, man. It sounds funny now. When you just hear Diddy, it just sounds hilarious, right? But that don't mean anything just because a person says, hey, only you can come to this party. That means just don't bring your crew.
Yeah, he probably was protecting him.
That has nothing to do with protecting him either.
Okay. I mean, allegedly.
You don't invite everybody to your house.
Absolutely not.
That's my point.
But I'm pretty sure Diddy has a house for parties, and then he probably have a house for the parties, and then he has his personal house.
What if the party's at his personal house, and he don't want them at the personal house?
Right, okay, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know these Negroes. I know them your people, but don't bring them.
Right, okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so he was protecting Diddy.
Who was protecting Diddy?
These niggas from Philly. Like, don't be bringing all these Philly people up in here.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes,
okay,
yes.
Okay, I understand what you're saying.
Protecting Diddy, yes.
Would you want a bunch of people from Philly in your house?
No, not at all.
I wouldn't want a bunch of them wild ass Philly niggas.
You're right. You're right. You're right. But I don't want to go to Diddy.
Oh man, and that was from Academics podcast, right?
I don't know. So look, Meek Mill speaks out on his decision to finally block DJ Academics. Give me some hand claps for that because he is growing up. This is what he should have been dead after threatening to kill that man. But yeah, he definitely should have been blocked him because ain't no way you letting this man get you
Academics
like hyped up like
Academics has been bullying Meek Mill. He has been social media bullying Meek Mill.
Yeah,
and
but
you should block your bullies.
It's because Meek is letting him the response. Academics just goes away when we don't talk about him. Like he goes away.
The thing, that's Ac's world. You're not gonna beat Ac in his world. How you gonna beat Ac in social media?
Oh,
that's his world. Now you you catch him in the streets, that's a whole different thing. I don't wish no violence on nobody, but if you catch him in the streets, that's a whole different thing. But you're not going to beat him in social media.
Unless you're another internet person.
Unless you're another,
that's
right.
For sure.
That's right, but you got to be an internet personality.
Yeah.
Meek ain't that.
Got to rap, guys. Horrible on the internet.
I saw Meek yesterday Meek tried to tweet. Hold on, I just was sorry. Hold on.
It's him saying he tried to tweet.
No, he did try to tweet. Where is this tweet at? He tried to. No, this is the tweet yesterday from Meek.
Oh my God.
I would do the same. Fanatics is basically the garden is Eden, where dreams come true. Ha, LOL. I think he was trying to say Garden of Eden, yo. He was.
Oh. But what did he say? The
garden is eating.
Oh, I know that's right.
You ain't gonna be that like that.
We gotta go, guys. It's Jess With The Mess.
Okay. All right, it's Jess With The Mess for the second hour, and I'm not coming back because they cut my third one today too.
No.
All right.
Charlamagne, who you giving your donkey to, man?
Man, 4 after the hour, we have a woman named Michelle Young who needs to come to the front of the congregation. We'd like to have a word with her.
All right, we'll get to that next, so don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake up. You're locked into The Breakfast Club.
Some donkey today just saw themselves.
I've been watching Charlamagne. I was ready for it.
I never heard of a donkey the other day. What is it?
I'm a donkey.
Say it again, Charlamagne.
I'm a donkey.
Yes, you are a donkey.
So I'll show you how to act a donkey.
Everything that Charlamagne is saying is true.
Yes, donkey today for Friday, March 22nd goes to a woman named Michelle Young. She's 46 years old and she's from Burlington, Iowa, okay? She faces charges of reckless use of fire, explosives, destructive devices, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Earlier we was talking about the Carly Russell story. Mm-hmm. And Carly Russell is on probation, and as part of her probation, she has to go to mental health counseling. And Jess, you said something I agree with. Everything isn't a mental health issue. Some people just make poor choices.
Yep.
Very true. So I'm interested to hear what you think about Michelle Young's situation. Did she make a bad choice, or is there something emotionally and mentally wrong? Let's go to KCRG ABC 9 News for the report, please.
6, a Burlington woman is facing charges after police say she set fire to a porch. According to a Des Moines County arrest affidavit, it happened just after 4:30 p.m. yesterday on Vineyard Street. Police say when they arrived on scene, 46-year-old Michelle Young was standing on the porch. She told them a friend lived in the home, but the resident who saw the incident on her home security camera said she didn't know this woman at all and had never seen her before. Young is charged with reckless use of fire and possession of drug paraphernalia.
What does that sound like? Mental health issues or just poor choice? Let me give you some more information. Let me give you some more information. Michelle Young set her friend's porch on fire because her friend didn't answer. Now, full disclosure, this is how I be feeling when people I love don't answer the phone. When I know my wife is home and she don't answer the phone, I be wanting to set things on fire. When I call Jess Hilarious and she don't answer, but then I see her back-to-back posting videos and pictures on her story, I be wanting to set things on fire, but I don't, because I'm mentally and emotionally stable. Oh, and one more fun fact. Michelle Young said this was her friend's house, but as you heard in the news report, she didn't know this woman, and the woman didn't know her. Would you like to know some more details? Michelle Young told officers she believed the home belonged to a friend. She also said that she saw a sign that said, "Witches welcome." And because she was a witch, she identifies as a witch, she lit some items on fire, set the porch on fire. Now, I don't know too many people who have a sign in their yard that says witches welcome unless it's Halloween. Was this a sign that's been up since Halloween? Was there even really a sign? And even though the sign says witches welcome to do what? Huh? Did the sign say you're welcome to commit arson? Was it a fire sign, meaning she was an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius? All I'm simply wondering is, Jess, do you think this woman needs some type of mental health counseling, or does she need an exorcism? Before you answer, would you like to see her picture?
Yes.
Would you like to see her picture?
Yes.
Nick, zoom in on this.
Oh, my God.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, wow.
We can't play a game now.
Mentally ill and an exorcism. It's
Both?
It's
Both?
Yeah, because she's going to need therapy after to get the demon out of her.
Is there a difference between demonic possession and mental disorder? See, some of y'all need a psychotherapist, but some of y'all need an exorcist. Okay, and that's the problem. That's the issue we don't discuss enough, and that's demonic possession. You know, I encourage y'all to go to therapy all the time, but some of y'all don't just need a therapist. Y'all actually need an exorcist. Okay, we love to say that ain't nothing but the devil, but y'all don't even know what the devil looks like. Look at this mugshot. Look. America.
Okay, Ben, look and put it down.
Okay.
Not America.
This woman looks like one version of 5 different characters from The Wizard of Oz. How can one person simultaneously look like the Cowardly Lion, the Scarecrow, Dorothy, the Tin Man, and the Wicked Witch of the West? Look. See? When you dance with the devil does not alternate. The devil changes you. You're not going to tell me this woman has not been changed, okay? This woman did not always look like Gary Owens if he transitioned into Gail Owens. Okay?
She did give a little Gary.
A little, a lot. This Gary's sister. It's either Gary's sister or Gary. Okay? All right? Gary going to get that Netflix special one way or the other. You hear me?
Lord.
Please give Michelle Young the sweet sounds of the Hamiltons.
Oh, now you are the donkey of the day. You are the donkey of the day. Yee-haw.
Damn.
All right.
Look at this one.
Well, thank you for that donkey today, sir.
She looks like the Joker if the Joker wanted to speak to a manager.
Yeah, she. Oh my God.
She does, man. Look at this
She
woman,
do look
man.
scary. Oh my God.
She looks like she holds a barbecue every January 6th. Insurrection party! This is Gary Owens' sister. I don't care what nobody says.
Yeah,
It's either
she-
Gary Owens
she
or Gary
did
Owens
that.
said, you know what, I'm going to transition into Gail, and then I'm going to get my first Netflix special.
God, Jesus. Yeah.
All right.
Make a couple jokes.
When
This
we
is
come
Dave
back,
Chappelle, you be on.
Luke will be joining us. Of course, the Freaknik documentary
now.
is out right now. Luke and the producers of the documentary will be joining us.
Jay Allen and Nikki Byles.
That's right. And we're going to kick it with them next, so don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got some special guests in the building. People are nervous about these 3 individuals. They think they're going to ruin their lives with this new documentary. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Jay Allen, Nikki Byles, and Uncle Luke. The documentary Freaknik, The Wildest Party Never Told, streaming now on Hulu. Welcome.
Appreciate it. Thank you for having us. Thank you
Yeah,
for having
good.
us.
Now, we've all seen the doc, and a lot of people who haven't were very nervous. They thought they were going to see older videos of Uncle Luke throwing money on them. They thought they were going to see videos of themselves at Freaknik, twerking on cars. They didn't call it twerking back then. It was booty shaking on cars. Yep. They weren't going to see that. But the doc is not really like that. It kind of explains the story of the origin, how it started, how it helped so many people, how it helped the land of music and all that. So break down the documentary and why you guys wanted to put this together.
Yeah, we were a few years behind, what the essence of Freaknik was to be able to attend.
Mm-hmm.
So when Nikki and I created the original concept, we knew we were missing the stories. And that's when we went and found Uncle Luke and found Jermaine so that we could tell the story the right way.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially, as we were putting it together, everybody had a Freaknik story. So what you see is a hybrid of everybody from the DC Metro Club to, the people that were at the end telling the story about how.
Now, what y'all know about Freaknik? Because y'all weren't there, so y'all must have heard stories from uncles, aunties.
What? Anybody coming back? Like you will wait for them to get back so you can see what happened. They coming back with the shirts with the big Looney Tune characters and the Bart Simpsons and all of that, and the music, all of that coming back, and you like, oh, I can't wait to go. Only for it to end before you can get there. Yeah.
This is interesting though. I think about it though. Jay and Nikki, y'all wanted to do the doc, but the OGs like the Lukes who not just were there provided the soundtrack for it. Did y'all not want to tell the story, Luke? Just because you like, you know what? Some things are best left unsaid. You know what I mean? Some things are best left off the record.
No. I mean, for me, it's always telling the stories, because my story has never been told, and I looked at my whole career, and my stories, have not been documented, for whatever reason. And, when I jumped on this, it was about, my whole life story. I did a deal with a film company, and I looked at the actual script that was written for my biopic, and then I was like, half of my stories ain't being told. So, I didn't enter into a deal with Swirl Films to be able to do these different parts of my life story. So when Jay and Nikki mentioned Freaknik, and I was like, that's another part of my life story that wouldn't have been in a long scripted film, and so be amongst that story and other stories, that I'm doing for the next couple of years, documenting those stories and putting them out, this is just one part of it.
Could you ever do a proper anything about Uncle Luke in this era? Everybody's so sensitive. People want to cancel folks. Could you ever do that properly? Because you would have to. You can only do it one way.
Yeah, you could only do it one way, and that's why, like I have I'm doing a biopic with Will Packer, and we negotiating with a couple different companies, and the unique way of how we put that together, kind of took the sensitivity out of it, because you live in a different era, and even with this right here, Freaknik is a large part of my story, and I put the freak in Freaknik, and so you had to do it in a unique way, because if you did it, if we did this story a certain type of way in this life that we live in right now, we'd probably all be in jail.
Now, did Uncle Luke ruin Freaknik and change the HBCU proper picnic of what they were trying to do? They were trying to be the DC people that couldn't afford to go home, was trying to create this brilliant and nice space, and the Greeks were stepping, and there was barbecue, and there was food, and then came, let me see you, and then
we came the fun, goddamn. The fun came.
Exactly.
What the hell you talking about?
I would say he enhanced it. I wouldn't say he ruined it.
Yeah. You would think Atlanta wasn't ready for that? Obviously.
I'm not gonna say it wasn't ready. It just didn't know it was ready, because that him coming there and wilding out and all of that made other people come there, made other acts come there, and then that's where the music came from, and the South got something to say, and all of that. And Uncle Luke.
And look, what made you want to go to Freaknik? Like, was it the buzzing at the time? Because it was small at first, and then you took it to another level.
Well, you having a party in Atlanta, and it's called Freaknik. I got to be the ambassador.
That's right.
So basically, this was at the time when I went. It was the height of my career, our career. The controversy, going to jail, doing all these different things. And then I hear about this little party going on in Atlanta called Freaknik. So then when I heard it, I thought it was a freak party. Real talk. I'm like, I need to be there. I'm the king of freakiness. I got to go show my face in this joint. You feel me? And then at the end of the day, we went there and did that, plus some, shot videos and all these different things, and come to find out later on down the line, it was like, no, it wasn't that type of party. It was some people out there with little teepees and their little candles and all that. They were trying to have a little Greek thing, and before you know it, I put the freak in the picnic.
So what was the difference between Freaknik and the Classic in Florida? The Classic was wild too.
Yeah. You had different degrees of it all, and I lived through them all. You had Myrtle Beach.
Yes, sir. Black Weekend.
Same situation. You had Myrtle Beach, then you had Daytona Beach. You from Daytona Beach, you had Carabana in Canada. So you had different versions of these different parties, that was generated through young people. And then you had Galveston, the beach week, the bike, what it was some sort of beach week out there that we would go frequent.
Philly Greek.
Philly. Yeah. I remember, doing that party, watching people run by my hotel naked. So you had all those type of parties, and Freaknik was just one that you had to go to.
During that time, did you ever get the money you were supposed to get? Because I'm thinking about it now. When Uncle Luke pulled up, it wasn't like a regular rapper where he could just perform with a DJ.
Man, Luke was
Uncle Luke had a tour bus. Uncle Luke had
with the girls on the side.
You had a lot of people to pay. Did you actually get what you was supposed to? Because you had a MC Hammer type staff. Like, you had mad people.
No, I'm not an MC Hammer type staff. Hammer had a whole 727. I remember going to Japan, and I'm like, man, you got all these people in here, wardrobe and all that stuff. Like, how you pay them? But yeah, my crew was a big old. It was mostly girls. It was girls and DJs, and we ain't had too many securities. It was new artists like Pitbull would be on the bus. Trick Daddy would be on the bus. Guys that I was breaking along the way, using my popularity to spin them off to hopefully have them become hit artists.
All right, we got more with Uncle Luke and the producers of Freaknik when we come back, so don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy, Jess Hilarious. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Uncle Luke and the producers of the Freaknik documentary that's out today, Jay Allen and Nikki Byles. Charlamagne?
Did you hear Earthquake when he was up here, Luke, and he said that he dropped a nuclear missile? Why they call you Broken Arrow?
That's what happened when you drop a nuke in the country. It's called a Broken Arrow. When it's a nuke on your own friendly soil and everything is an accident, it's called a Broken Arrow.
So you radioactive right now.
No, man. It's just, I told them. You understand? I'm in Boxdale, Louisiana, Shreveport, Louisiana.
Yeah.
This when Luke was at the height of this thing and had 150 bad chicks.
Absolutely.
I said, I'm going. And they sent me out here to change the ordinance on the plane.
Mm-hmm.
So they brought it on themselves.
He was in the military.
You can't miss y'all show. When I heard that story right on your show, it was like, I'm like, oh Lord, this man finna blame me for nuclear disaster. That's my dog too quick. I mean, that was funny there. Yeah.
Do you still feel like hip hop forgot about Florida when it came to all these hip hop 50 celebrations?
Yeah. No question about it. I mean, we had to go, me and Trick Daddy, we had to actually go on social media and say, hey, you forgot about us. What the is going on here?
Yeah.
We're part of this. We're a major part of this. And then people start calling up and like, oh, we're sorry. Oh, we want to invite you. We want you to be a part of this.
Crazy.
And everything like that. So, I mean, that's been happening my entire career. And that's why, before I was mad, but like right now, being able to tell all these stories in different forms, Freaknik, Coach Luke, this other show that we're partnering up with LeBron that we get ready to do on, scripted series.
What is that? Is that gonna be the Book of Luke? Or?
That's gonna be probably the dark side of Luke.
Okay.
Yeah, and so and give you a real story of Miami, and between that and the movie that we're doing with Will Packer, and then the other show with me coaching that we're doing with Smack and Strahan and all them. So you'll see all these different pieces of being able to tell these different stories, which I'm happy right now. So I pretty much created a damn film company out of the whole thing because they didn't tell the story. And then I'll get to tell my own story.
But you're a hip-hop pioneer, Uncle Luke. That's what pisses me off when people have these conversations about hip-hop pioneers and hip-hop moguls. You one of the original ones. We don't get down south hip-hop without Uncle Luke.
I don't think they realize what he sacrificed and what he went through.
Ain't no parental advisory stickers on albums.
Yeah, I don't think they understand
Like you fought the government for hip-hop.
Got arrested for it. Had to pay lawyer fees.
And got locked up.
Got locked up. Like he fought for hip-hop.
Come on, man.
And they left him out there to fight by himself. Like he was literally fighting.
Just like you say, man, nobody came to my defense. Yeah. There wasn't nobody in the industry. Matter of fact, people in the industry was talking shit about me. I mean, they would go on Donnie Simpson show other rappers and be like, "Oh, that's not hip hop." It got to the point where when we did shows with hip hop artists that they would say, "Oh, put them on last," and then they would all leave because you know how you do a show, everybody on the side seeing who rocked the stage and shit. So we had to go through a lot, people, but then people start understanding, and that's why I was happy that we put Savage a part of this because when he looked at this young kid is trying to understand, this what went on, this part of history, and people like A$AP Rocky, have sit down conversations with him, man, I'll just embrace the history. So you got some artists that go deep into it and then they be just wanting to vibe and like know where this came from. But then you got a lot of people that really try to brush it up under the rug. But, this DACA be the beginning of something big, I think, because this is the only description of the South, on this level. You don't have nothing that ever been done on the South, and I think a large part of it they didn't want to tell the story because then a lot of people had to give me too much credit. You feel me? And so, when you do that, then it'd be like, okay, who the was a part of this and not telling these stories?
Why you think they tried to ban what you was doing when literally all you was doing was making people dance, making people have sex, but you have all these artists who killing people on records, selling drugs on records. I don't see nobody trying to ban them. Why did they try to ban you?
I was the first. You know what I'm saying? We was the first to cuss on the records. A lot of people don't understand Miami is half naked. People walking around everywhere. Strip clubs is naked. So when they came out to us, it was because for a couple of reasons. One, the album covers. They were exotic. Then the back of the album cover, the titles were, face down, ass up, hey, who wants to see and all that. I do that because I had no money. You know what I'm saying? You know, the music industry was against what I was doing because I was taking sales away from everybody else. You know, and then when you take sales away, then it's like, okay, we got to shut this down. So then they send Tipper Gore, Al Gore's wife, after me, you know, and put me on this list. You know, they tell George Lucas, because at the time my name was Luke Skywalker Records, you got to sue this. So they was pulling me from all different angles. You know, I had to pay him a big-ass settlement.
You had to settle with George Lucas?
Yeah, I had a big-ass lawsuit with this. Dang. That's why I don't look at no Star Wars right now today.
Jesus. For Luke Records?
For Luke Skywalker Records.
Yeah.
He sued me and I had to pay a goddamn
what was the amount back then? You can tell us now, right or now.
It was $500,000. Dang. You know, a lot of people think that it was one case. It was actually 3 cases. It was one, the Roy Orbison case that went to the Supreme Court. I won that. If I don't win that, there's no more satire. There's no more Saturday Night Live and none of that shit. You can, make a joke about somebody. Then it had the
so satire. That was a satire case.
That was a satire.
So that didn't just change music. That changed TV
and the internet.
And
the internet. Because right now they use my case for any internet claim where there's intellectual property. It became an intellectual property satire case. And so when you had that shit going on, you know, now I got to go get this ruling overturned that the record is deemed obscene by this federal judge, and then I say f*** him. We go down the street and perform, and then go to jail for it. So I got 3 cases going on at one time, plus all the other shit happening around me trying to run a record company and all that, and that's why I got really, really, really deep into the politics of it all. You know, and seeing where it was coming from.
What you did is really to fight for hip hop for the next artist, but the artist didn't support you at all. All the hip hop artists basically said F you, but you still knew the bigger picture.
Yeah, I looked at it from the bigger picture standpoint because I know, all right, these motherfuckers stupid right now. You know, the industry is not supporting me. You know, I remember going to the Grammys and it was like, yeah, we want you to go to the Grammys and everything. And I go there and I sit down on the 3rd row and they start having this big speech about, you know, artists are being attacked and we're fighting, you know, we're supporting and all this and everything, you know, our artists for free expression and everything. And right now we want to honor a person who's out there on the road doing it every night. Madonna. No! Madonna. I ain't never went back to the Grammys ever since.
That is hilarious.
This was the last time when, you know, that it was crazy, man. But again, that's why I got so deep into politics, man, because I know everything is political.
I'd love to see that genre of bass music come back. There's a couple of artists that's doing it a little bit, and I saw that you was in the studio with Carisha.
Yeah. She's bringing it back. I mean, the song that we did together, I mean, you know, because I don't go in the studio for nobody. I mean, people call me all the time, you know, go and sample the shit. You know, so, you know, only 2 people could get me in there. Missy, I went in there with her before COVID, and then with Carisha, you know, and, I heard the track and I was like, okay, I can with that. You know what I'm saying? And we went in there and knocked it out real easy. I think it's going to be a big summer club banger and everything. And I'm looking forward to people listening to it.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you check out Freaknik, the wildest party never told. It's
Uncle
on
Luke.
Hulu now.
They should build a statue of Uncle Luke in every major hip hop city.
They should.
Damn.
I'm not even joking. New York, LA, Atlanta.
Now. Do I get to have my genitals hanging?
No, man.
Like that statue? You know what?
Yeah, like the little Greek statue.
Jay Allen, Nikki, Byles, Uncle Luke. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get to Pass the Aux. Go.
Yeah, DJ, come spin, now come spin.
What up, Nyla?
What's up, guys?
Hey, girl.
NYLA.
Oh, I thought you was being stank.
Oh no, I'm not gonna be stink. We
thought
about to
you
have
were
us a
being
real
stank.
conversation.
We are about to have some real conversations. We could get into the music. Let's start off with Like That with Future and Metro Boomin.
Now, NYLA went to St. John's University because of J. Cole. J. Cole is her personal favorite rapper. We've had so many conversations on air and off air, and I tell her all the time, stop playing with Kendrick Lamar. He's the one.
Yo, nobody's
He's the
ever
one in the big three.
Nobody has ever played with Kendrick Lamar. So, and this is why I was like, man, I'm so annoyed that this happened because I got to come up here and deal with your shenanigans. But I feel like Kendrick is an innocent bystander in this beef between Drake and Kendrick. I do. I really
you
do.
mean Cole's innocent bystander?
Yeah, I feel like Cole is an innocent
Well,
bystander.
he picked a side. You want to be a first person shooter?
But to be fair,
You
even
wanna
when,
be a first person
but
shooter?
To be fair, when first person shooter dropped, and I came up here, I'm like, yo, why is Kendrick not on this record? He's a part of the big three. It makes no sense for them to do a tour without him. I said that.
Now, but he's not an innocent bystander because he threw a shot. Now, it was a competitive shot, but he said whatever the big
He's
three
Muhammad
line was,
Ali.
he's Muhammad Ali.
I don't think that was a shot.
I don't think that was a shot either. All
Nyla. If you say out of the
Nyla,
big three,
J. Cole
I'm
been
Muhammad
spitting
Ali, you saying you the greatest. Now you got to prove it.
But now J. Cole been spitting. J. Cole been bodying everybody on their own record.
Cole has been spitting.
I'm ready for this. I'm ready for this.
I don't know if I'm ready. And I'm only saying I'm not ready because I've just never seen Cole in war mode. You know,
Yeah.
like we seen.
But what's wrong with saying I'm the greatest? Like, yo, you can say that. Like, what's wrong with
you
that?
got to back it up. When you
He
say,
can't. Pause.
When you say you the big three, but I'm the Muhammad Ali of that. Oh, word. Okay, I want to see.
But that's not really a diss.
I think we're looking at a different
That's
J.
not a
Cole.
diss.
It's not a diss though, but I want to see. It's
That's
competitive.
not a diss.
It's
And
competitive.
What it really is, it's between. I feel like it's between Future and Drake, and it's between Kendrick and Drake, and I feel like it's everybody against Drake.
You know what's getting lost?
No.
Well, you know what's getting lost in all of this? What's getting lost in all of this is Future is one of those ones we have to start putting Future and Metro up there with some of the greatest rap producer combinations of all time. I'm talking Dre and Snoop, Outkast and Organized Noise, Premier and Guru. They up there. And you want to talk big three? It's Kendrick, Future, and fill in the blank. Okay? It's Kendrick, Future, and fill in the blank.
You already know.
All right?
In the hater, bro.
Yo, no, after
Kendrick,
I was like,
Future, and fill in the blank.
Mr. Black Privilege couldn't wait for something like this to happen. And
That's
I'm,
right.
I gotta be honest. I think this is fun. Like, this is fun. I'm happy to see it.
Yeah,
I'm
this is
excited to
fun.
see
It's
what the
good.
guys do with the pen. I do
J.
feel like
Cole
they.
is in a different bag, guys. I think
Man,
J.
shut up,
Cole's
big boy.
He is.
Kendrick said
Light
I'm
skin
tired
is
of
in the
healing.
back.
I'm
J.
going to
Cole is in a
traumatize y'all
different
back.
bag recently.
The timer has started though. Like I'm ready for this.
That's right.
I'm
That's
ready
right.
to see it, and I don't even want to wait till Dreamville Fest like for a response. I feel like it needs to be.
That's right, Cole and
It
Drake.
needs to be now.
They can't take the high road. Kendrick been asking for smoke for years since Control.
Well, Cole can take the high road, honestly.
No, Cole's the one that really need to jump out because you said you was Muhammad Ali and you got an album coming out.
What? Yo,
Yes, you the one that really need to
Drake's
say
the
something.
one that really need to come out because Future and Metro got the beef with Drake. They don't follow Drake. They didn't unfollow Cole.
Oh
They
my
unfollow-
God,
what
they
you talking about?
They unfollowed
What happened?
Drake.
Who unfollowed Drake?
Not the ooh. Metro unfollowed Drake. They tweeted out, "We don't trust you," and then the album dropped, "We don't trust you."
Oh, yeah. The album is called We Don't Trust You.
Yes.
And they unfollowed him. Whoa, so you know that mean crazy war.
Come on, we gotta get into two others. We gotta get into two others, guys.
All right, I wanted to do the Big Sean freestyle. I know Big Sean dropped a new record today called Precision, but I feel
Not
like
right now, Sean. Wait a week.
Stop.
Not right now, Sean.
Let's
Sean,
get into
this is what always happens to you, Sean. You always get lost in the sauce
Let
of the
me
big
play
three.
the freestyle. This is Big Sean's freestyle. He dropped to promote the new record.
You know what though? There was a couple of years. Sean was lyrically better than a lot of them, and I was saying that Sean was really lyrically in his bag. He still is.
Yeah.
He still is. But there's a disconnect.
What do you think it is?
Probably what he just said, lack of consistency. Yeah.
Do you think out of like I know the big three is Sean 4?
No.
Oh.
What you mean?
Why are you yelling?
Who's the big three again?
The big three is Kendrick,
Drake, Kendrick,
Future,
Cole.
Kendrick, Future, and then it's Drake and Cole. That's the four.
No. Future in there.
The big three is Kendrick, Future, fill in the blank. But I know the other two is Drake and Cole.
Lyrically,
Why
are
are
we
you
really
doing that?
putting Future with Cole?
I'm just talking
Kendrick,
about musically,
and
not musically.
like, are we doing that?
I'm just saying
All right,
musically.
we gotta get into the other
All right,
joint.
you gotta keep Cole in the top three.
Sean is up there, but he's not one of the big four.
Also, I gotta say, I am tired of talking about the big three. Like, I'm tired of still talking about people from the blog era, and I'm just ready for the next regime. because
who better? They still setting the bar.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought the big three was Nikki, Wayne, and Drake. For real. Like, I mean, that's everybody say we big three, and that's what I thought that was. I ain't never noticed.
I think they are the big three as a label.
Okay.
As like
Wayne is a legend. He got statues.
Yeah, I never heard of
He's on a monument.
This is true. I just feel like if like Pop Smoke was still here and if XXX was still here, it would be different conversations. They wouldn't still be shooting across. They would probably.
Could
be
you
shooting
stop?
Down.
Hmm.
No,
I don't
for
think
real.
so. I
definitely think.
I think Pop Smoke and XXX and Tashion would definitely have a place, but they wouldn't be competing for that. No.
Not at all.
Nah.
But they would be the conversation. We wouldn't still be having this same
They'd
conversation.
be in the conversation.
We would not be having a conversation about a beef that's 10 years old, is what I'm getting at.
It happens.
Like, this is entertaining. But lastly, I'm going to end it on a high note. Sir, who's one of my favorite R&B artists, dropped today. His new project is called Heavy. And the record that I have is Nothing Even Matters.
Salute to Sir.
Yeah, definitely.
Like that?
All I know is it's a damn shame the brother Kendrick gave us one of the most important hip-hop albums of all time, gave us a soundtrack to assist in the healing of a generation, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, and y'all thought y'all could play with him. Now you got to deal with this problem all spring, all summer.
Yo, nobody thought you could play with him, but I'm tired of you taking Cole out of the big three. Just because you want to include Future. You can include Future, you keep saying and blank, but don't do that to Cole. He's
well,
definitely in the top
honestly,
three.
if I had a big three, it would be Kendrick, Future, and Cole.
Okay, thank you. No, we got it out of him, please.
It would be Kendrick, Future, and Cole.
That's a good three.
And then Drake would be four.
You would put Future in there over Drake?
Like, are you dumb?
Yes.
Like, what?
No, him? You don't think he would do that?
Yes.
Absolutely,
It's
yes.
the complexion?
It's the complexion.
It has to do with the music that I
Because
like.
Drake is half white. That's definitely what it is.
Drake, Cole is half white too. That don't toast. Nah, your logic don't fly.
Oh my God. Well, make sure you guys follow me on the gram at Nyla Symone. I got playlists happening with It's a Certified Vibe, the Vibe Higher playlist. We got our next showcase going down April 19th at Cafe Irizuli in Brooklyn. And then make sure you guys tune into my podcast, We Need to Talk, okay?
All right. Well, the mix is up next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
You're checking out The Breakfast Club.
Who run the world, girls?
It's Women's History Month, and we're celebrating the most influential women in history. Check out this phenomenal woman.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Now it's Women's History Month. Who we repping today, Jess?
We are repping Brittany Griner, okay? So today we're nominating Brittany Yvette Griner. Now, I know a lot of studs don't like when you say their middle name, because I know my best friend, for real, they don't like that because 9 times out of 10, the middle name is, more girlier than the first name. Because when I be like, Sheena Marie, she be like, all right, come on, bitch. So, don't put me out there like that.
Sheena is your best friend.
Sheena is my best friend. Yes.
Who's a stud?
Yeah, who's a stud? Yes. Yeah, her name is Sheena Marie Good, but sorry, Sheena. So, Brittany Griner, who is an American professional basketball player for the Phoenix Mercury of the WNBA. She is a 2-time Olympic gold medalist and a 7-time WNBA All-Star. And if you didn't know, since Griner was a freshman, her 223 block shots set the all-time single season record, establishing her as one of the greatest shot blockers in women's basketball history. And people always say she looked like my boyfriend, so...
She actually said that.
Yes,
I saw when you posted a picture of you and Chris.
Yes.
And she left a comment. I forgot what the comment was, though.
She was like, now we got all link up. And I was like, girl, no. Stop. We not going to do that.
That'd be funny as hell. Y'all go on a double date and people be looking at Chris, then look at Brittany and be like, what, Jess, who you here with?
They twins. I know. But she cut her locks, though, and she even more handsome. And then, Chris still got his locks. So, yeah. But she is happily married, and I like her wife, too. So, but not like that, y'all. But I love you, Brittany.
All right, Jess. Happy Women's History Month.
Salute to Brittany Griner.
Absolutely.
All right. Now, when we come back, we got the positive notice, The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. I just want to salute again Hampton University. I got a chance to actually broadcast from Hampton University. This is where I actually started my radio career. I started here at WHOV, which is the college radio station at Hampton. I was able to do midnight mixes and get on air at midnight. So the fact that I'm broadcasting from the same station is pretty dope. I was down here for Hampton's 42nd annual conference on the Black family, where they have people just coming up here talking about Black love and raising kids and dating, the ups and downs. So me and my wife were up here yesterday speaking on a panel. So salute to HBCU, Jay Lang, who runs the WHOV up here. I appreciate everybody and getting me in. So again, salute to all the HBCUs out there.
Absolutely.
Nice.
And I also want to remind people, man, make sure to go get your tickets this weekend for the second annual Black Effect Podcast Festival. It happens Saturday, April 27th in Atlanta, Georgia at Pullman Yard. Same place it was last year. We got Gillian Wallow on that stage. Jess Hilarious is going to be on that stage doing her podcast, Carefully Reckless. We got the Poor Minds podcast, Dre and Lex. Horrible Decisions, Mandy and Weezy going to be on that stage. The Baller Alert Show going to be on that stage. Deeply Well with Debbie Brown and Will Lucas, Black Tech Green Money. So make sure you go get your tickets at eventbrite.com or blackeffect.com/podcast festival. Same thing as last year, man. All the food trucks, all the different activations like the Pitch Your Podcast. We got the Business of Podcasting panel. Whole lot of good stuff, man. So we'll see you Saturday, April 27th at Pullman Yards in Atlanta. VIP tickets are already sold out, but plenty of general admission tickets are available. Well, not plenty, but, it's on pace to sell out. So go get yours, while they're still available.
All right. Well, leave us on a positive note.
That's right. The positive note is simply this. Whether it's friendship or relationships, all bonds are built on trust. Without it, you have nothing. How do you feel about that, Jess?
That's good.
Okay. She's like, that's good. A little basic advice, but it's good.
Yeah, but it's good.
Okay. Y'all have a great weekend.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?